The value is just depressing. I bought my plot of land for $16,000. So why did I build my office in Decentraland? Well, honestly, it wasn't giving too much thought to it. I was working a lot with guys who were working in the crypto area. Everything is new here, and crypto is very interesting to me. I'm always trying to learn about the options that NFT are giving us for computer games, for my personal benefits. Crypto is an interesting field. It's not just Bitcoin rising and people trying to make money. Crypto is going to be everything. I do believe that NFTs are going to rule the information transfer and security, and everything is involved with that. So basically, working from home the last 10 years kind of brings me to the notion that I want to have an office. Having an office in Barcelona or New York or someplace like that just seems stupid to my kind of work. I'm an affiliate. I'm not somebody who hires tens of people to sit around and do nothing all day and play with their video games on their phone. We're here to build video games from our home and then publish them to you. So the Decentraland office seems like a great idea, and we wanted to check what needed to get started. Basically, I got started because a bunch of my friends bought some land in Decentraland. The two options that we had at the time were sand and Decentraland. I know that Snoop Dogg invested a lot in sand, but for some reason my friends took a look and did their math and came to a conclusion that we should go to Decentraland. I was just following the herd in that point. I trust the friends that invested. I know they're in that world. I know they're calculated, so I decided to not waste a lot of my time and just go with the flow. Honestly, after about a year and a half of it, I'm kind of regretting just the financial side of it because everything crashed, but besides that, it was a great experience and I want to go over it today with you. So how we build the office in Decentraland. You got two options if you want to build an office in the Metaverses or in Decentraland specific. That's what I'm going to talk to you about. So first of all, you have the inside constructor. You go to Decentraland and you can just choose based on your plot how much you can build. If you only have one plot, you have a specification of how high you can go. If you have multiple plots connected together, you can go higher and thus build a bigger structure, depending on your needs and, well, basically your wallet. The construction doesn't cost a lot of money. Honestly, the land itself, that's what cost me the money. I was buying it at about $16K at that time, and today it's worth like $2,500. It's a real shame, but anyway, this is crypto for you. So if we want to build an office, we got to come up with a theme. We want to come up with what do we want to do, and I didn't go that route. So I calculated what kind of area do I have. I have 3 stories. Basically, it's 2 inside stories and like a rooftop bar that I decided to do. Going to the native constructor didn't seem that reasonable or interesting to me because it's kind of lacking in a lot of visual aspects, and besides that, we have a 3D modeler in-house, so why not use both and try to draw something. I went to our art director and I asked him just to draw something really cool. Well, it should be skull themed because I like that kind of thing, and we should showcase our work and everything we're doing at that point. In Decentraland and Metaverse is what I noticed, a lot of people are building like art galleries and building music clubs. I don't know why, but that just seems to be the popular thing. So on the first floor, we decided to do like a showcase of pictures or movies and in those frames that can showcase douchebag media, DB media today after I changed the name, so you guys can have an easier job finding it and spam filters are not gonna kill me over that douchebag name. But the first floor is that, showcasing everything. After you go to the second floor, I want to showcase either the YouTube channels that we're doing or the video games. And on the third floor, we did a rooftop bar. Like, we got music, we got a DJ booth, and there as well I want to add some pictures or movies depending on the themes we got. Right now, first floor is DB Media, second floor is the YouTube channels, and the third floor we're showcasing some of the games and live music. And we got an elevator, which is awful. Honestly, that's an awful thing to do. We couldn't manage to find stairs, and I'm being totally honest with you. It was just horrible, and we didn't want to lose like real estate in the middle so the stairs can go. We wanted to have as much room as possible because I only bought one plot, and I'm reminding you it was $16,000. It's awful. And we decided to use a lift. Now, the main thing we didn't calculate, and that's our main problem with it, is the lift doesn't go to the floor level. It just goes up to the floor and and starts to uprise. So the thing is, you can't walk on it, you gotta jump on it, and then you're stuck in like a 70s computer game or 80s or whatever it was, that you're missing the elevator, and it just becomes a real hassle to try to go to the other stage. We're gonna fix that, but we got other stuff to do, so we're trying not to waste too much time on that. So we took a model, which I'm not gonna go into too many specifications, you can Google that, but you got a specific amount of polygons you can use, which is straight lines. You cannot do some, crazy realistic buildings with all the things that are involved, because you gotta stay in the polygon structure that Decentraland is giving you right now. I'm sure that after they update and we all go to VR, we will be able to build bigger things, but as of this point, we are all stuck with the polygons that were allowed. How much it costs to build the office? It's kind of nothing and too much in the same time, because the land plot itself I was buying near a few friends of mine near the Vegas Square, which doesn't really say anything to me, and I think at this point when the crypto market is down, it doesn't pretty much say anything to anybody, but we decided on that place, and I just found a specific land plot that was close to my friends in their big offices. So today it costs around $2,500, like I said, which is a huge waste of money, but the plot cost me $16K. Now building the office, obviously you can go and hire a freelancer, you can try to draw it yourself using the constructor, which is going to be free. We used our 3D guy that we have in-house, so I'm not really putting too much effort in that, but I think just a regular 3D modeler should be able to do it for freelance for a few $100, not more. If you're paying more than that, it should be something very specific and something that's catered, and the company should give you a lot of service for that, because building the office is really not that hard. The problems we encountered were honestly not that many. One of the first problems I personally encountered is how to keep my NFT safe, which is still something I'm really worried about today. The other part was obviously deciding on how it's gonna look and what are we gonna add. This comes really easily to me, making decisions on the spot. It's not something that I struggle with, so that was like the easy part. The hardest part that we encountered was how to climb up the stairs. We didn't want to use stairs because we didn't want to waste room in the office itself, so we tried to use an elevator. It's like a hovering square that goes from all the floors. You can jump on it, you can jump down, you can jump on it and go to the different floors. Problem is, it's not really flush with the floor, so you gotta jump on it on the first floor, and that's just horrible. It's a mistake we made because we didn't know better, and we're planning to fix it, honestly. We're gonna do something really better. Maybe we're gonna do something hybrid and stairs and a lift, but that's the main problem we encountered. Now, it's not really a problem, but the downside I want to talk to is nobody goes there. You gotta understand that sometimes building these kind of projects and using new stuff and trying to learn new things, it's also a lot for me. It's maybe for content's sake, it's maybe just talking to somebody in the next conference and trying to, look cool, sound cool, be inside on the new stuff, but I like having that office in Decentraland. I much prefer it than having a real life office. I think the people that I talk to that like, where's your office? And I say Decentraland, I get to flush out the not interesting people for me. And in my case, it really helps. So that's the main benefits and struggles we had with it. The value sucks. The value is just depressing. I bought my plot of land for $16,000. With that, I had to pay fees for every time I transferred money and buying the NFT and converting real money to crypto, to Ethereum, and all of that cost me $16,000+. Wasting time probably cost something, but I got time to spare. Of course, the model itself, which we did in-house, so that's nothing. And the worst today of it, it's maybe $2,500. Besides that, I don't really know how to calculate its worth, because that specific location, I don't know if it's good or bad when something's not as popular as we expected it to be. It's gonna grow with time. I'm pretty sure about that. Crypto's gonna come back, everything's gonna go up, and then it's gonna go down. It's a market like any other. But today, thinking about is it good or is it bad, it's not something I can do, and the value of it just dropped drastically. Last thing, guys, come and visit. come and visit the shop. Come and visit the office. It's dash 43, comma 69. We're gonna put a link downstairs. You're gonna check it out. You can have a look. You can walk around. We're gonna update it, and we're gonna try to stay relevant with the things with Decentraland and all the metaverses and crypto. I really want to use NFTs in my computer games and trying to bring like added value to that world that we can do. See you next time. Oh, and subscribe. We need the subscriptions.